Have you been recently thinking of upgrading your watch or getting a watch for the first time? Well, you clicked on the right video. I'll be telling you all the pros and the cons of the new Apple Watch 10 and if it's worth it to buy in 2025 or no. First of all, this is the biggest and widest screen that Apple has made for Apple Watches, so you will definitely be getting a wider screen than any of the other watches, and they've made it much brighter so you can definitely see it in more of like sunny places. And also there's display on always, which is where it just dims it, but it's not like off. But if you do your gesture to like look at your watch, it'll get brighter and it'll actually show up. So it's like a display on feature, and it's pretty cool because, you know, I don't have to like turn my wrist to look at the watch, and it makes it really awkward for people sometimes that I'm looking at my watch. They might think I'm bored or something, but I just kind of look at it and it's still there. It's just lighter. But now it's really cool because you can actually now track how deep you go if you're in water. Now, not only does the Apple Watch Series 10 have the biggest screen out of all the series of the Apple Watches, but it's also lighter and thinner, so you won't even notice it's around your wrist. So you're not wearing a bulky, big smartwatch on your wrist. So it's big, the screen wider, but it's also thinner and lighter. Now, I've heard different stories of the Apple Watch Series 10 battery life and how fast it charges. Some said it's not fast, some said it goes down really fast, but for me personally, it lasts me the whole day and will even at the end of the day still be at around 50%. So I think it's pretty good. And the charging is definitely more faster than the other Apple Watches when you come to charging. Mine charges like up to like 80% already in under like 20 minutes. So it's pretty good. But like I said, this is just with mine. A lot of people have said different stuff online, so I'm not really sure how it goes, but I guess it depends on how much you use it and how well you take care of it. Now, one of the bigger features on the Series 10, which also can be a bit useless, but can also be useful, is the double tap gesture. You've probably heard of it or you probably haven't, but basically it will sense when you double tap with your fingers like this. I'll put a video up here to show how it works, and then it just scrolls through your watch like you would if you touch it. So let's say you're baking, your hands are all sticky and you don't want to touch your watch. Double tap and it will stop, and you'll keep wherever you are. You can be on the home screen or you can be in your apps, and it will move, you'll scroll, which is crazy, but it works and it's pretty cool. But would you use it every day? Not really, but whatever. If you have, let's say, a Series 9 or Series 8, I personally don't think it's that big of an update. But if you do have an older one, like below 5, Series 5, it's definitely going to be a bigger update. And if a watch is breaking and it's lagging and you're thinking of replacing your watch, it's definitely a good idea, I think. So Apple Watches are quite expensive, especially the newer ones. I mean, these go for what, 700, 800 plus. You know, you can always get older series Apple Watches from like Marketplace and online for much cheaper. And if I'm being full honest, all Apple Watches are pretty similar. So it's not like if you pass on with an Apple Watch, you're not gonna be like, oh, that's a Series 10, you know. You're not gonna really know which one it is because, you know, they all basically look the same unless you really look at it, but they all basically look the same. Their purpose is a watch, they do the job. So if you're fine with the series you have right now, don't upgrade. Maybe later on you can. And also the Series 11 is probably coming out soon this year, or maybe it's an Apple Watch Ultra, like second version of it. I don't really like the Ultra because it's really bulky, and I don't really like that. But it's good for if you're a very adventurous person, very out there. A good kind of watch, because it's hard shell, protects over a lot of things. It has new watch faces which are really cool. It has a few new ones which look dope. But you know, like I said, if you have just like pretty new ones still, I don't recommend spending $800 to have like a small difference. You know, it's not that big of a difference. Is it worth it in 2025? Yes and no. I kind of already explained. Newer one might be coming out if you're an Apple Watch Ultra fan. You know, maybe don't get this kind of watch, because then you probably already have also the Ultra. But you know, if you don't really like that bulky stuff, I think it's worth it buying. It's really nice, it's sleek, it's light. Sometimes I don't even notice that it's on my arm. It's really good for workouts too. It will track. It's a watch, you know, not that big of an upgrade. Newer Siri works better. This was my review of the Series 10. It's okay. I don't really see that big of a difference. I'm just like a very tech person, so I always need like the newer ones.